Pee Wee, that's what they call me from the Butler, Water Street. Real name Darryl. They call me Brother Gibbons, Brother Darryl. It don't matter. One of the things that I came to a knowledge of the gospel about maybe 2 years ago. I've been from Butler, day one. Spent 16 years over there. Grew up 16 years. That was all I knew. Just had a different experience with different churches, bounced around, different denominations. But I think one of the beautiful things about my testimony is that being in the gospel, I kind of learned a street aspect of the gospel. And like when you living in the projects, you gotta have a principle. You gotta have a standard of authority. Like our standard of authority, I don't have nothing against people who wear red, as you can see. My bro wearing red, but we had a standard of authority. We couldn't wear red over here. And I think a lot of times people, when they get into the gospel, they don't let the Bible be their standard of authority. And it's just like with streets. You know what I'm saying? Like me being from the Butler and understanding that if I was gonna preach the gospel, the Bible and solely the Bible had to be my standard of authority. Just like the standard of authority was over there. If Miss Yvonne whooped you, you gotta take your whooping like a man. You don't disrespect her, you don't cuss her out. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't come on Chambers at a certain time because the OGs would tell you can't come down here. You know what I'm saying? It's finna get hot down here. And that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like being in the gospel now and being from the streets, the transitioning was what was gonna be my principle, what was gonna be my standard of authority. And the Butler helped me gain that aspects and knowledge of the Bible because I'm gonna tell you like this, a lot of people say, there's a lot of churches on the corners.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of churches on the corners and you got Baptist, you got Catholic, you got Methodist, you got Presbyterian, and you can equate that with being from Star 6, Eastwood.
And you got NOI as well.
Right, yeah. You got you got so many different denominations, different sets out here in the gospel religion. But the Bible said there's only one set. There's only one Lord, one faith, one baptism. Ephesians 4, verses 4 through 6. So it's just a principle that I just understood, and I can just equate it with the Bible, and I just took off with the gospel. Got baptized in the faith. Church of Christ, Salem Circle Church of Christ at the moment. Trying to get us a building. Right now we're just doing it out of my apartment with the minister come all the way from Dallas to teach the gospel. But for me, the project was just, it was something bigger than just, blue flags against red flags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So much more.
It was a way of life.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't get into the politics and the gentrification type things, but for me, I feel like, a year from now, we might not even know what that is. It might be some Starbucks over here, man.
Definitely.
And I feel like as black men, we don't take the opportunity to really capitalize on, that work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a project, and a lot of us have that mentality that, well, it's just gonna be a project. But for us, it is a project. But for the white people, it is a project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna bring all type of money through here. You know what I'm saying? Like they move the kids from this school district, moved them everywhere else and opened up a magnet school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just didn't capitalize on our land. You know what I'm saying? And now somebody else is finna get it because we just didn't really see our worth in it because we just equated to streets. And we didn't equip ourselves with the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And we just did what we knew how to do, you know what I'm saying? Like OGs told us how to, pack pistols and things of that nature. I feel like I don't feel like they failed us. I just feel like we just didn't have a lot of knowledge, to really, really build, that place to what it was supposed to be. And it's just unfortunate, but I'm happy to see everybody out here, man. I really am. I'm really happy to see everybody out here and see everybody, in good spirit. And we lost some, but some are still here from day one. We lost some. We lost a lot of soldiers to foolishness and, the gun violence. And I know they got the Black Lives Matter, but, for me, this is what Black lives look like. This is what Black Lives Matter look like. Everybody out here in good spirits and, consoling one another, embracing one another from that circumstance that we came from. And it's all love for me.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you for talking, man. I really appreciate that salt that you added to this entire
I appreciate
segment
it, man.
I'm doing here.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.